So then let's go back here. The next step then is to prove what we're going to do. So we have to prove it's a parallelogram. Now on your test, we had a little trouble with proving. On the test questions, I used the word show, and a lot of people just marked the marks on the figure, but did not go through a logical sequence of steps to show with beyond a shadow of a doubt that the proof was true. So before we even start our proof, though, what are we going to need to prove to show that it's a parallelogram? So what is a parallelogram? And you have your definition sheets. Some of you do. What would be the definition of a parallelogram? What is? Okay, Drew? Okay. I don't think everyone can hear you, Drew. Could you say it? Even though you have a loud voice, I think some people didn't hear.
A quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel lines.
Okay. That is enough for it to be a parallelogram. A quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel, one R and then two L's. And Drew, I'm going to use the word sides instead of the word lines, okay? All right. Okay, so that's what we have to show. So how would we do that? All right, so what I actually, that was kind of a rhetorical question, because what I want to do is I want to try to sketch this. So I'm going to sketch diagonals that are different lengths, and they don't intersect at right angles, and they bisect each other. Okay, I'm going to try to do this. So there's one length. There's another length. They're different. All right, and then I am going to, so did I meet all the, what's the matter? Oh, thanks. Did I meet all the criteria? Yes, they intersect at their midpoint, so I have to show that. So this is going to be the same as that. That's going to be the same as that. They're different lengths, and they're not perpendicular. Okay, so now I'm going to draw in my parallelogram. Okay, now, with your groups, I want you to see, do you have enough scratch paper for something to work on? I don't need to collect this, but what I'd like you to do right now is see in your group, how would you make, it could be a paragraph style or two column, but see if you can make a proof that those three things will guarantee a parallelogram. Okay, go. There's nowhere on this diagram that I showed that the diagonals were not perpendicular. How might I do that? How could I mark it on the diagram so that I would know that they were not all right angles? Okay, Carmel, how?
By marking the two large angles with one hatched one.
Okay.
And the other two.
Okay, like that? And then I could mark the other ones with that?
Yeah.
Good. That is, that'll show that these two are congruent, but they're different from those two. Excellent. And you know what? Him pointing that out to me was really important, because that shows you the level of detail that you have to have. You have to be careful that you don't forget any of these things. So you have three things that you have to show. All right, back to work now and see if you can do that.
And then if these two are congruent, then these two are congruent. Because look, side, wait,
And then
here, let's draw.
You could also say like.
Let's use a little piece of paper or something. Let's use a little piece of paper.
If these two are congruent, then you could like side.
Yeah, but then these two aren't congruent. It's like, look, it's like this, and these are congruent, and then these are congruent. You know? See? So if this is congruent to this, so it's side, look, side, angle, side, right? And then if you start from here, side, angle, side. So these two triangles, this triangle right here, and this triangle right here are congruent.
Yeah.
So if these two triangles are congruent, then and then this also side, angle, side, and then side, which one is this? Side, angle, side. So these two triangles are also congruent. And then if these two triangles, if this triangle is congruent to this triangle and this triangle is congruent to this triangle, then it's congruent. Then the angles are congruent if the angles are congruent. Wait, what? Did I just? Okay, we just proved that this triangle is congruent to this triangle congruent to this triangle. So, what does that prove? That it's a parallelogram. How does that prove it's a parallelogram? We just proved that the insides are congruent.
Well, these are congruent.
How do we prove that these are that they have two sets of parallel sides?
Well, the alternate interior angles congruent.
Oh. Smart.
Oh, yeah.
See, like this is like the transversal right here, and then okay. So wait, let's start writing a proof somewhere.
But then,
That's a good idea. Wait, is it? Are they? Look, let's say this is the transversal right here. This diagonal right here is the transversal. So then,
but then we don't know what these angles are.
but we know that we can prove that that the triangles are congruent, though, right? So if this triangle is congruent to this triangle, then all the angles inside the triangle are going to be congruent. So then
Alternate interior
angles are congruent also. So then if that alternate interior angles are congruent, then you have parallel
Same
lines.
thing for this side.
Exactly. Exactly. So there we go. Now we need to just write a proof.
How do you write it?
Okay. You write it.
So we say if.
No. If, okay, let's name the triangles. Let's name the triangles. The triangle A, B, C, and D. So that
If triangle A is congruent to triangle B
By
through
side.
side angle side.
so then these
So-
two congruent.
Triangle A is congruent to triangle B.
Make sure you know where alternate interior angles are.
Side
Angle side conjecture.
And then
So then
triangle
C.
C is congruent to triangle D through side angle side. Side angle side.
and then say, so if the triangles are congruent, all angles within the triangle are congruent
So
to each other.
if
Triangle.
triangles.
CPCTC.
What's that?
Oh yeah, CT.
What's CPCTC again?
Congruent.
Congruent
Congruent
parts.
triangles are congruent.
Okay, so if
CPC.
yeah,
So all.
angles.
Wait, we could say
All angles of triangle C are congruent to all angles of triangle D, and all angles of triangle A are congruent to all angles of triangle B.
triangle A congruent to angles of
Triangle.
triangle B. All angles of triangle C are congruent to all
Angles of triangle D.
triangle D.
And then say
So
that
then,
all-
if they,
No,
should we
so-
give this one a name or something so they know which angles we're
let's
talking
do it. Let's angle 1 and angle 2. So
So
since angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent to each other, so say
So
if all angles of triangle are congruent, then angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. So say if all angles of triangle C are congruent to all angles of triangle D, angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Angle 1. What would you write there?
They have to be two different lengths because if they're the same length, then it'll be a rectangle or a square. No, it's a rectangle. Okay. Is that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're done.